A sobbing witness recently struggled to tell a Texas court of the night that he saw Marciano Milan Vasquez, a Mexican drug boss, dismember a screaming 6-year-old girl in front of her father and mother with an axe before burning her limbs. Now, Vasquez's trial has come to an end as a Texas judge pronounced punishment on the psychotic butcher. According to Daily Mail, Marciano Milan Vasquez, aka Chano, was sentenced to 7 consecutive life sentences in San Antonio, Texas, on Thursday, June 29, 2017, by United States District Court Judge Xavier Rodriguez. Like so many other monsters who deserve a lethal injection, Vasquez will live out the rest of his life in a Texas federal prison. All of the killings committed by Vasquez are truly disturbing, but one, in particular, has many people outraged that he is not being put to death. The key witness, who testified against Vasquez during his trial but was not named for his own protection, told the court that he was forced to witness 18 killings in a single night as retribution for losing a drug shipment and as a warning to repay the cartel for the loss. According to My San Antonio, the witness struggled through his sobbing to tell the court of the grisly murder of a 6-year-old girl who he testified Vasquez dismembered with an axe while she was still alive in front of her father and mother. The witness said the wife and little girl were first tied up and blindfolded on the family's patio as a barrel stood close by with a burning fire inside it. The blindfolds were removed and the parents watched in horror as Vasquez butchered their little girl as she screamed. Vasquez laughed as he threw her limbs into the fire and told the father, "This is so you'll remember me." The horrific murder of the 6-year-old girl took place in March 2011, in Allende, a small town situated in the northern Mexico state of Coahuila. Truly, an unspeakable act such as this deserves the death penalty. One can only hope that karma catches up with Vasquez in prison for what he did to this little girl. Without mercy or compunction, he brutally murdered anyone and everyone as it suited him and his cartel, at times inflicting the cruelest of pain, forcing relatives to watch their loved ones murdered before he turned his blades on them, U.S. Attorney Richard Durbin said in a prepared statement on Wednesday. Durbin added that Wednesday's sentence marks an end to Vasquez's reign of terror over the drug plaza in Piedras Negras, where prosecutors say Chano rose to the top rungs of the Zetas organizational ladder just as the cartel's bloodthirst reached its height, according to the San Antonio Current. During his trial in 2016, some witnesses told the court that they saw Vasquez, who police arrested at a San Antonio home in 2015. Covered in blood after he and cartel hitmen killed a phone company worker who they suspected of surveilling on drug cartel communications. Another former drug trafficker testified to being witness to dozens of other murders in which victims were dismembered with an axe, either by Chano himself or on his orders. After hearing about monsters such as Vasquez, it is impossible not to question why our borders have been unprotected and unchecked for decades. Why would the most powerful nation on earth not have something as simple and fundamental as a secure border? The ugly reality of open border policies is slowly setting in for many Americans as stories like this continue to come out. These are kinds of hideous human beings that destructive progressive policies allow to flourish in our country. We live in a time where these crucial battles being fought by local grassroots activists with Washington, D.C., power players will determine the future of America's future generations. Please share the story and tell us what you think by clicking one of the buttons below. We want to hear your voice.